Hogsfield is being terrorized by Ranrock's loyalists. It's not right.
It's not right.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolf dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. I'm simply at my wit's end.
Dlaczego nie opuści pani górnego
Why don't you
Hogsfield?
simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Bardolf and I grew up here. No, we are standing firm. Once my brother returns, then we shall decide what to do next. He's gone to seek Victor Rookwood's advice. I didn't approve of that idea, but perhaps in the end it will help.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
How did your brother Bardolf end up in St. Mungo's?
Bardolf had spent the entire day hand-picking herbs and roots for us. When a group of Ranrock's lot appeared and demanded the harvest for themselves, Bardolf refused. In their anger, they hurled him against a rock and robbed him. The moment he left St. Mungo's, he vowed revenge. I worry he may be dabbling in magic that he will one day regret.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious.
Dobra, lecimy. Ogólnie nagrywam to już drugi raz.
It seems as though things are getting worse.
Bo prąd wyłączyli i mi poszło. No. Także nagrywam to drugi raz, nie? Były wiatry takie, to nie było, to było wszystko ok, a na drugi dzień jak te wiatry przestały, to wtedy zaczęło prąd ginąć. To było ciekawe. Dobra.
One of Ranrock's camps. Exactly as Madame Bardolf. Levioso. Expelliarmus.
Gdzie mi tu?
Incendio.
Such arrogance. Not quite how nice. Why stupid someone? This is where you will fail.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
Wow, dałem to ku gdzieś.
Expelliarmus.
Rozbrój gościa.
Childish.
Tego nara.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
Nie było ostrzeżenia, żeby do ciebie rzucał.
Ranrock has fooled you all to your demise.
Nie było ostrzeżenia, że będzie rzucał we mnie czymś. Ej, tak się nie robi.
Revelio.
Coś było? Tu tylko. W namiocie było pusto. Chyba lecimy dalej wtedy. Kaska. Kaska, bo kaska zawsze się przyda. Hehehe. Co prawda jeszcze nic za nią nie kupowałem, ale idziemy dalej.
An intruder.
Let's go.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
A, teraz było ostrzeżenie, tylko ja nie zauważyłem.
Accio. Incendio.
No i się spóźniłem.
Is that the best you can do?
Rozbrój go.
Accio. Incendio.
Potato.
Stupid.
How nice of you to stop by. One less human to worry about.
Oj, gdzieś tu się zawinąłem.
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Accio.
Showing off, are we?
Incendio.
No się
I won't rest
Accio! Protego! Expelliarmus!
Okej.
Both camps cleared. Madame Beaumont will be glad to hear that. Revelio.
Czysto. Coś tu leży. Chyba nic ciekawego nie ma. Dobra, tu jest ten zameczek. I tutaj jest coś ciekawego.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Wow. Starożytne magie mamy. To jakaś znajdźka oczywiście.
Incendio!
Zbieramy to. Opsa. Jedna. Coś jest. To była torba? Nawet nie widziałem. Można przez ścianę otwierać te torby, to w sumie na plus.
Revelio!
Jak najbardziej. Okej, trzeba tu wejść. Co jest? No przecież widzę, że da się. Ale i jaja. Nie da się tym. Dobra. Ops. Cyk.
That wasn't too hard.
Tętniących źródeł starożytnej magii. Więcej, więcej.
Revelio!
Tu jest jeszcze skrzynka. I w sumie już tylko na dół. Jeden.
Poor customers, afraid to...
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
I managed to catch them off guard.
When my brother returns, this news will mean the world to him. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
Okej.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Dobra, to mamy ogarnięte. Zadanie
Thank you.
poboczne.
Sincerely.
Jest to skrzynia. Okej. Mamy las. Mamy jakieś wejście ze znakami i most. To jest chyba Czarlumos, mi się wydaje.
A map.
Ciekawa.
It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now. Try to...
Bardolf Beaumont should have returned.
Excuse me. Did you say something about Bardolf Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolf. Only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot, I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. Shame, really. With Ranrock's camps cleared out, I have a feeling he'd have given up on dark magic altogether.
Do you think Bardolf may have simply run off?
No. Bardolf's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
Why would Bardolf want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolf was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Thank you for all that you've done for us.
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
I'd be happy to speak with you. Especially after your help ridding us of Ranrock's loyalists.
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little more about your brother Bardolf.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolf herself if she could.
She mentioned dark magic in even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolf's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually stop. But then one day, he didn't come home.
Is there anything your brother took with him that might help to track him down?
Only his satchel, journal, and a woolen jumper I knitted for him. That's all I can recall.
Could Bardolf have run off?
No, he'd never leave me here alone. He did speak of going to talk with Victor Rookwood. That worries me almost more than his attempts at mastering dark magic. Rookwood is as dangerous as Ranrock, in my opinion.
I'll let you know if I see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
What do you have for sale?
A co masz na sprzedaż tak w ogóle, nie?
Bardolf, where are you? I'll not give up hope. Marvelous. I could always use more of these. You've made up a Hogsfield safer.
Sprzedałem coś, co miałem
And for
ubrane,
that-
czy mi się wydawało? Nie, chyba nie. No dobra. To idziemy szukać tego. Bardolfa idziemy szukać.
I should
Narabiał
investigate.
z czarną magią. A może to akurat będzie przejście tam... Może będzie, może nie będzie. Tu jest las w ogóle, nie? I tam jest dość ciemno. Nie wiem, czy tam... Może jeden z tych questów będzie też mi po drodze.
Revelio.
O, jakieś merlinowe te.
Revelio.
O proszę.
This looks intriguing.
No wejdziemy tu jak... A, to są te...
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Expelliarmus.
O, tu nikt nie ma pewnie nic do wzięcia.
Incendio. Accio.
Za daleko był.
Protego. Incendio.
Ładuj, prąd.
Accio. Is that Infurious wearing a wooden jumper?
Wow. Oni się odradzają?
Must be Bardolf. Incendio. Expelliarmus.
Właśnie chciałem mówić, fajnie by było jakby dwóch ściągnęło.
Want to know what really happened.
Chciałem mówić, że fajnie było jakby dwóch zabrało. Się udało.
Revelio.
Gdzieś tu lata jakieś niebieskie coś. Wpis dziennika. Nie znoszę, że się boję, ale już za późno. Na razie opanowałem dwie z tych klątw, ale muszę robić co mi każe, jeśli chcę nauczyć się więcej. Nie mogą wyczuć mojego lęku i tak już plecą za moimi plecami. Powiedziano mi, żebym nie ufał czarnoksiężnikom, ale nie spocznę, dopóki nie opanuję dość magii, by chronić Claire, siebie oraz cały górny Hogsfield Bardolf.
An entry from Bardolf's journal. He overheard whispers, a plan, something to do with him.
Chyba wiemy, że on tu był.
Thinking in terms of good and evil merely indicates you can feed a beast,
Tam jest
or it can
teleport.
feed you.
A już mam wrócić
I
do
prefer
Accio. Incendio.
You're the
Levioso.
sod that saved Treadwell.
Expelliarmus.
Afraid to take a hit, are you?
Ja myślałem, że on już leży dawno.
One less poacher in the wizarding world. I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Łamigłówki Merlina i cudawianki.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
Czyżby zaklęcie reparo?
Reparo.
Nie. O. O, no way! To jest acrobatic version. No nie wierzę w to. Stój.
Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
Tylko skakanie, ja nie wierzę. Tylko, albo aż skakanie.
Oh, my sincerest gratitude, you brave soul.
Madame Beaumont, I do have some news of your brother.
Oh, please tell me he's safe.
Nie wiem, co mu jest.
I'm afraid he's joined the Ashwinders and has no interest in returning.
What? No, this can't be. He was seeking their advice, that's all.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Bardolf.
Dobra, wezmę znacznik tu. Skoczymy tu i zobaczymy.
Wonder who lives here.
Może to jest kinia. Hop. Ale wcześniej to zadanie było na tych schodach. W sensie tu na tej kładce to było, nie? Dobra, chyba coś się zbagowało. Bo to jest gdzieś tu. Idziemy zobaczyć. No, robi się ciekawiej.
Revelio.
No, teraz mi pasuje.
This must be the place Anne told me about. No one's been here for ages.
Okej, widzę dużo zamków.
Incendio.
To się nie pali?
Revelio.
Pochowanych rzeczy.
Incendio.
A. Okej, to się nie jara. To się spaliło już? Zamiast to palić, to trzeba było...
Accio.
Jak? No dobra, teraz pewnie trzeba
Revelio.
wyciągnąć niektóre rzeczy.
Accio.
Albo wyciągnąć wszystkie.
Oh, that's done something. You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind?
Wskazówka. Najdroższa Ann, gratuluję, rozwiązałeś zagadkę. Wiedziałem, że jesteś moją bratnią duszą, z którą mogę dzielić przygody. Spotkamy się na skraju zakazanego lodu, gdy tylko będziesz mogła, a ja pokażę ci wspominaną mapę. Nie mam pojęcia, dokąd nas zaprowadzi. Znałem ją na stronach wyrwanych przez Irtyka z tej tajnej księgi i zdaje się, że nikt nie ma o niej pojęcia. Nie wiem, co nas czeka, ale cieszę się, że razem pójdziemy tą drogą. To dopiero początek. Richard. PS, jestem niezmiernie rady, że to znalazłem.
A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all? I should investigate.
Ej, jest tu ziomek.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves, and then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
Not good.
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently. On a whim. I must speak to the aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me. Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
Działamy. Jak udało ci
How
się?
is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. Found them on the floor outside the library where he discarded them. Not my luckiest find, all things considered.
Helen mentioned Apollonia Black. Did she set up Anne to take the fall?
Have you never met any members of the Black family? They can be rather vindictive. Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone. That her own heart had grown cold simply didn't matter.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you lose your head?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember.
Okay.
Hence, if you do find yourself in a cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Thank you. I need to find those pages to help a friend.
I shall see you there.
Dobra, widzimy się na miejscu. Boom.
This place has seen better days.
Gdzie to miejsce jest teraz? Tutaj jakiś obóz do wybicia.
Accio! Incendio!
It isn't Laura Treadwell's precious
Levioso!
little
Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
My bite is worse than mud bark.
Oh, too harsh.
Protego! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! One less poacher in the wizarding
Nie
world.
kombinuj to. O, już tyle wypiłem. To nie oczyściłem obozu. Dobra, obóz oczyszczony. Lecimy dalej. Wow! Sobie po prostu chodzę, a rzeczy się same znajdują. Lepsze odzienie. Ten smoczy mi się podobał. O, szaliczek, ale to musi być bez szala. Jeszcze odzienie zmienię na jakieś inne. W dżamie. O.
Here I am, as good as my word.
No dobra, gadamy.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It would take the patience of a Hufflepuff to track down these pages.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Dobra, mam nadzieję, że to nie jest jakiś czar, co by tam mnie wykręciło.
Aside from the bird bath,